Hello guys, it's Joshua Sparkman here. I'm going to talk to you today about global warming and the causes and effects of it in today's world and how it became. It all started back in I wouldn't say 1950, around that area. The industrial period began. Greenhouse gases were emitted, at a crazy rate since then. And I'm just going to give a few overview points on what this is and how it's became to this point, and a possible solution if there is one at all. So global warming is the overall climate change throughout the long-term global warmth, the temperature rising, and the effects of what's happened from that. It is a threat to our future. It is real, and it's caused by men, starting with the Industrial Revolution. If we do not stop the path that we are on right now, it will be destructive to our planet and have many negative long-term effects. The only solution is to drastically change life as we know it, and to be honest, that could be either too expensive or just unlikely because it's not economically sound. Global warming and climate change are not the same thing. Climate change is the effect of global warming over time. According to NRDC.org, in the past 50 years, the average global temperature has risen at the fastest rate in recorded history. There's some confusion on climate change and global warming being the same, but in fact they're not. Global warming is the measurement of climate change and the effects of that temperature rising over time. Obviously, as I said before, that was accelerated by man over the past 50 years, starting with the Industrial Revolution. And there's so many negative things, such as the natural fires, sea levels rising, temperatures of the world rising to unbearable levels, natural disasters such as hurricanes and other things will continue to worsen if we do not do something about this. I'm not saying everyday Americans have to fix this problem, but I do believe that we should all be informed with this information so that when it does come to the point where our leaders of the world decide to finally make a change, we understand as people, the severity of the problem and embrace the necessary steps that are needed to change this problem that we are on, this path that we're on. Excuse me. We continue to burn fossil fuels. That's where a lot of our greenhouse gases come from. According to UCSUDA.org, car and truck emissions account for 1/5 of U.S. emissions. And this number has increased 90% since 1970, and 78% of that is from cars and trucks. And that is according to www.epa.gov. And there's also other areas that can contribute to greenhouse gases. Sorry about that. Other areas that can contribute to greenhouse gases, such as electrical and heat production, agriculture, forestry, buildings. All these things have negative impact with the greenhouse gas emissions that are affecting and deteriorating our ozone layer, which is the main problem with what is happening now. Global warming also has a negative effect on animals. According to wildlife.org, worsening climates are affecting these animals in terrible ways. They're losing their homes, they're going extinct, and it's just getting terrible. Natural disasters are becoming worse and bigger deals more frequently. Something needs to be done. There are levels and steps that need to be done and taken, but that is, like I said, it's up to the global leaders of our world. And there's other ways if someone was to want to try to do something with themselves in order to boost our global warming emissions. They can, according to eastgwillenbury.ca, they can recycle, drive less, replace light bulbs, use less hot water, and the list continues. If you're interested, you can check that site out, and I'll post it under the link below. At the end of the day, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, no matter how long the tunnel is. So that's the one beautiful thing about life. Like I said, global warming is real, guys, and it's a problem exaggerated by men in the last 50 years. It will be irreversible if nothing is done aggressively and rapidly. And I believe that, something needs to be done, but I'm not telling anyone to do it. I'm just offering the way there. Global warming and climate change are different. Greenhouse gases emitted by cars and trucks and the industry are a huge contributor to our problem today. And if nothing is done, the world will eventually shake us off, and there will be no more animals. There will be only problems. There'll be only problems. Excuse me, sorry for that. With our whole economy. And I have a dream that one day we'll all be working together as one whole collective team to make the world a more green place, and possibly there'll be legislative laws that will help to change the emission that each person has. Who knows, but that will be hopefully the future, because if not, our kids are going to have issues, and our kids' kids. So think about that, guys, and thanks for watching. Have a good day.